Sierra Leone imports wheat, and as a matter of fact, wheat is among the top five food commodities imported by the country because bread is seen as a second staple for the people of Sierra Leone. And so, therefore, there has been a considerable and an arrogant rise in the cost of wheat.
And has that price rise impacted on the price of bread? Is bread now more expensive, or is the bread actually now smaller?
Yeah, it's smaller in size and also expensive. Before this time, you could have a bread that was sold 500 leones, but now you couldn't find bread like this. Their prices ranges from 2,000 leones and above. So it has both affected the price and the size and also the price of the bread.
So the poorest people in the population often feel the pinch the most in an economy like Sierra Leone, where many people are struggling to even earn a living. This must be a big problem. What have you noticed?
Yeah, it's indeed a big problem, and as a result, shocks like this should give rise for us to sit back as a country and then adapt systems that work for the people of Sierra Leone, particularly the rural poor people. And this is why building resilience is very key. For me, one way Sierra Leone can build the resilience of our food system is by diversifying away from a centralized supply chain to a more multifaceted one, wherein we can increase food system's ability to react and adapt to shocks and food crises like this. So this is why at Sierra Agri Foods, we have harnessed the tremendous potential in the vitamin A-rich orange flesh wheat potato to both address challenges of malnutrition and to also see how we can leverage our business model to empower rural poor women farmers, and at the same time to ensure Sierra Leone reduce what we spend to import wheat flour and create stable income for people and ensure we produce bread products that are affordable.
So tell us briefly about your product, the sweet potato flour that you combine with wheat to make bread.
Yeah, so when I started, my vision was to ensure we leverage the tremendous potential in locally grown products, such as the orange flesh wheat potato, to see how we can reduce by 50% on the importation of wheat flour. Our idea at Sierra Agri Foods is to blend both the orange flesh wheat potato and wheat flour, 50% of orange flesh wheat potato and 50% of wheat flour to produce bread. And for us, it's a multiple pronged approach to ensure, one, we create an economic stream of generating income for rural poor farmers so that we are able to uplift them from poverty by creating a stable markets for them where we purchase the raw material for them and then we come and process into bread product.
Initially, as it started, how were people responding to the taste? Were they happy with the taste of the sweet potato flour with that mix, as it were?
Yeah, when we started, people were a bit skeptical about it because this was a new product introduced in the Sierra Leonean food market. And so we had to intensify awareness raising efforts to ensure we educate them on not only the benefits it has in creating local markets for farmers, but also its health benefits, which is very central to our business philosophy.
So this combination of sweet potato flour with wheat to make bread is quite nutritious as well.
Very nutritious, and it's very high in vitamin A. And as a matter of fact, children under 5 to meet their daily nutrition requirements of vitamin A, 100%.
Now you're producing on a small scale in the regional city of Makeni. How could this be scaled up nationally?
Yeah, one is like I mentioned earlier, building resilience and ensuring governments intervene to provide the requisite infrastructure. Issues about investments also remain key challenges for us to diversify. The potential is there, the market is there, it's overwhelming, the demand is overwhelming. But due to production restriction as a result of limited investment, we are unable to introduce this across the country. But one thing we've been doing as part of our efforts is to ensure we train people right across the country to adopt and replicate exactly what we do here in Makeni.